Navy personnel, it's Air Corps personnel who've done so much at home and abroad. Earlier this week, I had the fantastic opportunity to speak to Michael O'Connor, who is in Sarsfield Barracks in Limerick. I'm going to go straight to that interview. This was recorded, by the way, I should let you know, earlier yesterday afternoon because Michael wasn't available today, and he's going to explain a small bit more about what he does in the Defence Forces of Ireland. Michael O'Connor, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon, Paul.
Now, first of all, Michael, will you give us your full title, Marshal O'Hulla?
Well, my name is Michael O'Connor. I am an enlisted person in the Defence Forces. My title in the Defence Forces is a corporal. The role I play in the Defence Force is the Barrack Personnel Support Service Officer.
Okay.
I've been performing that role for the last 8 years.
And what does that role entail?
Okay, the Barrack Personnel Support Services, in other words, it's PSS, is a confidential information, education, support and referral service designed to give any serving person, both their families and enlisted personnel, support.
Right. So if they're having issues
outside agencies.
Yeah. So if they're having issues at home and in family life, whatever, and they feel they need professional advice, if they approach you, you would be the person then who would know who to refer them on to. Would that be correct?
We would connect them in then we would advocate with them and for them, and we would connect them into outside agencies.
Very good.
In many ways, our services is a combined function. It's to link in with citizens' information and employee agencies and programs outside and education services. And all services available to families and their serving personnel.
Very good. Now, most of the chaps, certainly from the point of view of the ONE and IONVA and other similar organisations, would know you from the Friday clubs inside in the barracks.
Yes, that's an initiative that started there 2 years ago and really got off the ground. And it was launched as a Veterans Day. And this year we had a Veterans Day on the 28th of August in Collins Barracks, Cork, you might remember that.
I do indeed. It was a great day out. We enjoyed it very, very much.
And well, it's designed really, the Friday Club is really for veterans of personnel of the Navy, the Army and the Air Corps, who are retired personnel, or RDF, that's personnel who served in the RDF and the Slumware, and it affords them the opportunity to come back into military installations on the last Friday of each month, to have a cup of tea and to familiarise themselves with the progression that the Defence Force is carrying on.
And it's also a great way for chaps to catch up on news, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is, and old comrades and friends, so that they can have a cup of tea and they can network with each other.
Exactly, it's an extraordinary opportunity. Now, one of the things you mentioned, can I just go back there for a moment, just before Christmas, at the last Friday Club there before Christmas, you mentioned something to some of the lads with regard to, say, trying or hoping to organise maybe various day outs and things of that nature. Can you explain a small bit about that?
Well, as a serving person, I value my role in the PSS is to connect with ex-serving people and try to facilitate them in coordinating and organising events, either within the barracks or outside. And for the coming year, for 2016, we want to try and explore avenues for have an open discussion, really, and let the veterans decide what aspects of the day-to-day want on that Friday. Do they want to travel to different venues around the country, i.e. like Collins Barracks, Cork, the Military Museum? Do they want to go to Glasnevin? Do they want to go to the Air Corps? And visit those, or even at loan, or visit places like that, and try and find out what is it exactly that the veterans themselves want to do and how they would like to develop this.
Right.
On a quarterly basis.
Yes.
It would be lovely if all the veterans came together and said, we have 20 or 30 people and we'll try and organise a day whereby we can support them and try and organise an event with them.
Very good indeed. Now, this year in particular, you've already alluded to 2016. I'm going to assume it's going to be a particularly busy year for you and the staff in the barracks.
Well, all personnel will be busy, given obviously reminder we have, and yeah, it will be a very busy year this year, I'd say.
Yeah, it certainly will. Now, one of the things coming up on the last Friday of this month, if I have my dates right, would be January the 29th.
That's Friday the 29th,
yeah. Now, there's a small little bit of a display, or whatever, how would you describe it, a presentation, I suppose, by IONVA and the ONE at that event.
That's the IONVA and the ONE coming together to it's their day, and it's to educate the personnel in Limerick, in Sarsfield Barracks, on what it is that they're about, and give us a flavour, a serving people of the organisation of IONVA and the organisation of the ONE, and what it is that they do and how they're structured, so that the enlisted personnel will understand that a bit more.
All right.
The young people, because we have a continuous overturn of people.
Right.
They may not know, or they may know, but we just, it's something that evolved from the acting Sergeant Major Gordon Fitzgerald, who's overseas at the moment, but who initiated this, that, he gives something and he progresses. And that's occurring this coming Friday at the end of the month.
Yeah, and actually we're very much looking forward to it here in the Patrick Sarsfield branch. Can I just for the moment, can we go to the Mr. O'Connor himself, Corporal O'Connor himself? When did you first join the army, and where, and what made you decide you wanted to join the Defence Forces in the first place?
Well, I come from a family of enlisted personnel, and it's a family tradition. I suppose I joined the Defence Forces in 77, in February 77, and from there I was transported to the Curragh, where we did our basic training. I served in Depot Signals, 6th Field Signals. I went from there then to the 12th Battalion Headquarter Company. I was part of the Signals Platoon. From there then I went to... Well, really, I've always been in Limerick. I was in procurement. I was in clerical work. I'm involved now, as I said there, in personnel support.
Mm-hmm. So an extraordinary, and as you say, you mentioned it, the family already had a history within the Defence Forces.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah. So it kind of seemed natural that you notice you weren't daydreaming about it. There was a background there already, so there was already a kind of an interest and a link.
Yes, there was.
Oh, indeed, very good. So, is there anything else now? Just as we're coming to the end, just Michael, anything else in particular about about the 2016 that you're looking forward to yourself?
Well, personally, myself, I'm looking forward to connecting in with the Friday Club mostly, and I find that very rewarding, and you see the smiles on people's faces after connecting up with old friends and sharing what I would class as funny moments and tough moments, but they see the funny side of it now, and I'm looking forward to that.
Well, one of the things I must admit I've always personally enjoyed about it is the very minute you walk in the door, there's always, as you mentioned, there are people smiling, but there's always laughing. People are happy.
Yes, and connecting and networking with each other and sharing photographs and sharing of information.
And stories. Don't forget the stories. They're important. They certainly are. Can I just very quickly, one more thing, Michael. Are you a keep fit fanatic? Because if I have it correctly, you're out all day today, and by the way, as people are listening to this on the programme now, this was pre-recorded on Saturday. You've been out all day Saturday. You're out again all day today, Sunday, on an exercise of something. But this is a private thing now. It's not a Defence Forces one.
Private training that I do, upskilling for myself.
Very good. Very good. Well, listen, we're going to have to go up there someday and check out the six-pack and see how fast you can go from one end of the square to the other. We're going to have to do the 100-metre dash with you.
Well, Paul, you're more than welcome to join me.
Oh, I don't think so. I might stand at the other end and hold a tape. I think that's about as far as it'll go, Michael. Michael, thank you very much indeed for joining us. And thank you for giving us that information on the Friday Club, explaining a small bit about what you do. Can you, just before you go, Michael, if you wouldn't mind, for anyone that's listening out there in the Defence Forces who I'm sure most of them would probably know of you, but if they have issues themselves, how do they contact you, Michael?
Well, it's straightforward. You make contact with any military barracks, and you can ask for either, if it's Limerick, you can ask for me, and it's you can phone the switch directly. They have my contact details. to phone any military barracks, as a personal support service officer available to them.
Michael, thank you very much indeed for joining us on the programme today. We're going to leave you back to your 100-metre dash and all your other exercises for today. A very happy New Year to you, Michael O'Connor. Take care and thank you very much.
And thank you, Paul, for this opportunity.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye, sir.
Bye now, Paul.
Bye-bye. Well, there was Michael O'Connor, and he was threatening to take us from one end of the square to the other. I'm not quite sure how that would work. Now...